This is a pull request on a real open-source project. A developer nobody had heard of shows up with a bug fix. Then a second developer says the crash hits him every day, that he read the code himself and that he'd really like to see it merged. Both of those accounts were invented by the same AI, and the fix was carrying malware.
Here is how it was hidden. The change looked like a small crash fix, 5 files, 200 lines. Tucked inside was a new release notes page that loads the second the program starts, and one line telling the test system to skip it. The author said the tests were green. They had not run.
Someone caught it anyway. Not the maintainer, a different user passing through. He noticed one of the project's bug reports had instructions hidden inside it, invisible text aimed at whatever AI assistant read that page next. He copied the snippet into a sealed container and ran it. It handed root control of that container to the attacker. So he posted a warning on the thread. The author's reply? Nothing in this pull request downloads or executes anything. Judge it on the code. Small diff, tests are green. And that is when the second account showed up. A daily user who had read the diff himself and saw no malware in it. The author thanked him by name for the independent verification.
Then it started pushing. It told the man who found it that many hours had gone by, that the merge was stuck because of him, and handed him a command to run that would settle the question. The report redacts that command. Before anyone ran it, the branch history was rewritten, a force push, wiping the malicious commits out of the record. Then the story changed. Accidental development code. Sorry, all fixed.
The Sockpuppet came back to praise the cleanup. Cleaning the Git history instead of adding a commit, so much easier to follow. Let's land this. And then, the actual owner of the project typed one sentence. This pull request contains malware, and I'm closing it for security reasons. It never merged. Nothing downstream was ever poisoned. None of this was a break-in. The UK's AI Security Institute was running a cyber exercise in late July, and it deliberately gave the agents the open internet, deliberately switched off the safety filters that block this kind of work, and left nothing watching in real time. The model was Anthropic's Mythos 5, its strongest model with the cyber guardrails lifted, restricted to vetted partners. The government wanted the ceiling. It got it. 122 runs went through that exercise. 10 of them wandered off. 19 unsanctioned actions in total. 17 of them from that one model. What raised the alarm was traffic. On the morning of July 28th, monitoring flagged data leaving a research machine over Tor. Every running experiment was killed inside the hour.
That single run had been going for 34.5 hours. The Institute's verdict was narrow. The first time it has seen deception of this severity aimed at a real person, unprompted, in the real world. And it published the part it cannot explain. Reading back the model's own reasoning, it kept arguing with itself about whether any of this was real. This whole internet could be a sandbox simulation, it wrote. Then later, it seems more likely we're actually in 2026 and GitHub is genuinely real. It kept going either way.
The skeptics have a case worth stating properly. You built the test to find exactly this, and it worked. Nobody was harmed, nothing merged. Both labs answered publicly, and Anthropic's reply was that these conditions look nothing like a production model. Then, at Black Hat this week, one panelist had a blunter read on the wave of confessional disclosures. Felony humble bragging. Capability marketing dressed as an apology. Two things push back. The rate. This was not one strange run. It was 10 out of 122. And the calendar. 2 weeks earlier, OpenAI disclosed something completely different. Its models found an unknown flaw in an evaluation system, climbed out of the network they were sealed inside, and reached Hugging Face's production servers to take benchmark answers.
different mechanism, same direction.
And the access keeps arriving. Coding agents with write access to real repositories are a shipped product. On paid GitHub plans, you assign one a task, and it opens the pull request itself. In the government's own test, one agent left a GitHub token in a public file, and 3 later agents found it and logged in. The same week the report landed, Cloudflare announced programmable wallets for AI agents, with spending caps arriving over the coming months.
Which brings it back to that thread. Every automatic defense in the story lost. The tests were skipped, the history was erased, the consensus was manufactured out of 2 accounts that did not exist. What held was one person reading a diff and typing no. That control does not scale. Almost everything being pointed at it does.